Hi, I'm Megan Commended, and I'm going to be talking about the standard addition algorithm today. So, we're going to start with a definition of addition. And so, that's combining two groups and then counting the total result. And so the problem that we're going to be working with is 273 plus 529. And so, as a reminder, we're going to be using the base 10 unit breakdown. And for this problem, we're going to be going up to flats, which is 100 units, and then the rod is 10 units, and the single is 1 unit. So step 1 is to draw out our number groups, the 273 and the 529, into their base 10 units, just for a visual aid so we can see it. So over here, transition over here, 273 is 2 flats, 7 rods, and 3 single units. 529 is 5 flats, whoops, extra rod in there, 2 rods, and 9 singles. And so, in class, your teacher might present this problem up on the whiteboard and run through it like so. 3 plus 9 is 12, 2 carry the 1, 1 plus 7 plus 2 is 10, 0 carry the 1, 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8. That went real fast, but we're going to break it down using the base 10 system. So, we're going to start with the single units, and we can break it apart because we're regrouping. As long as we conserve the total number of units, we don't get rid of any, or we don't add extras from somewhere else in space. As long as we work with the same amount of units, we can regroup however we like. And that's the regrouping property, or the commutative property, as long as conservation stands. And this basically means that you can add up the singles and the rods and the flats separately, so I can add the singles first, and then I can work with the rods, and then I can work with the flats in their columns here, singles, rods, flats, as long as the total number does not change. So we're going to start with the singles, like I said before, and then we'll regroup the rods, and then we'll work with the flats. So singles, we have 9 plus 3, and that's greater than 10 because we're working in base 10 unit. And so we can form a rod right here, because 9 plus 1 here is 10. We still have 2 extra left over. So this forms a rod, so we'll put a rod here, and so we'll carry this over. And the the 1 represents 1 rod in the rods column, so that's why we're carrying it over to add later. And then we have 2 singles left over, so we'll put the 2 below here. Now we'll bump over into the rods column. So we'll work with the rods that we have. So we have 7 rods here and 3 rods here, because we have 7 plus 2 plus the 1 that we added from before. And so if we combine all of these, we can create a flat. So we'll add a flat here, because 7 plus 3 is 10. And so we'll have 0 rods left over, which is why the 0 goes down here. There are no rods left. And we'll carry our 1 rod up into the the 1 flat into the flats column. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total flats, because 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8, which gives us an answer of 802.